Imagine you're sitting around a crackling fire, the night air filled with the scent of smoke and roasting meat. Your stomach rumbles. Today's hunt was a success. Hey, and you about to taste something most people today can only dream of, a real Stone Age feast. Forget the modern paleo diet trends early. Humans didn't follow a strict set of rules. Their food choices depended on where they lived, the season, and whatever they could hunt, gather, or dig up. Each day was a new adventure in survival, and food was a challenge, a prize, and a reason to celebrate. Some seasons brought surpluses, while others forced people to get creative. Roots and tubers, like wild carrots, onions, and yams, provided slow-burning energy. These plants needed to be dug out with sticks or shaped stones, then cooked to break down their tough fibers and sometimes neutralize toxins. But what was actually on the menu for our ancient ancestors? Was it all giant steaks and endless meat? Or is there more to the story? Archaeological evidence shows that early humans risked dangerous bee stings to steal honey from wild hives. Not only was honey the sweetest treat available, it was also rich in calories and even used as medicine for wounds and infections. Some years were lean, and people had to travel long distances or dig deep into their knowledge of the landscape to find enough to eat. But these challenges sparked creativity, new hunting weapons, new ways to store food, new discoveries about what plants and animals could offer. Humans became the ultimate food explorers. Some scientists believe honey was so valuable it may have played a role in special rituals and celebrations. The more diverse your food sources, the better your chances of getting all the nutrients you need. Second, that wild foods, berries, nuts, roots, and greens are nutritional powerhouses. And third, that sharing meals is what made us human. The act of coming together to eat, tell stories, and plan for the future shaped not just our bodies, but our culture and our minds. The truth about the caveman diet is stranger, tastier, and much more diverse than most people think. It was about using everything the world had to offer, respecting the environment, and relying on community to thrive. Grubs, beetles, and grasshoppers are packed with protein, and in many regions, people ate them regularly. After all, if it was good enough to power humanity through the Stone Age, it might just be the superfood we're missing today. Nothing was wasted, and survival often meant putting aside picky preferences. Let's start with the classic image. A group of hunters returning with a mammoth. New evidence shows Stone Age people harvested and ate wild wheat, barley, and oats long before farms existed. Freshwater fish, mussels, clams, and even seaweed brought much-needed protein and omega-3 fats, which may have played a part in the rapid development of the human brain. Picture a woven tray loaded with roasted fish, grilled rabbit, a handful of cracked nuts, sweet berries, wild onions, and a sticky piece of honeycomb eaten around the fire, shared with family and tribe. Food wasn't just fuel. It was the heart of community life, the focus of rituals, and the source of endless innovation. They ground these grains with stone tools, making simple porridges or cakes that fueled long days of hunting and gathering. In the Middle East, researchers found traces of ancient bread baked over 14,000 years ago, thousands of years before the invention of farming. It's true, when the hunt succeeded, the rewards were enormous. A single mammoth could provide thousands of pounds of meat, enough to feed a community for weeks. But mammoth wasn't on the menu every day. The big game hunting was risky, and often ended in disappointment or even danger. More commonly, people hunted smaller animals, deer, wild goats, rabbits, fish, and birds. Each catch was precious, and nothing went to waste. Organs, fat, bones, and even marrow were consumed for their rich nutrients. In fact, bone marrow was considered a Stone Age delicacy, packed with energy and healthy fats vital in a world where every calorie counted. But meat was only part of the story. Our ancestors were some of the world's earliest foragers. Imagine wandering the forests and grasslands searching for wild berries, nuts, seeds, and roots. These foods were true Stone Age superfoods, loaded with vitamins, minerals, and energy. Hazelnuts, acorns, chestnuts, and walnuts could be found in abundance in some regions. Early humans learned how to roast, soak, and crack these nuts to make them more digestible, sometimes even storing them in pits for lean winter months. Berries were another prized find. Blackberries, raspberries, wild strawberries, and elderberries added not just sweetness, but vital antioxidants to the prehistoric diet. One of the Stone Age's most surprising foods was honey. Insects were also on the menu, even if that sounds strange to modern ears. Let's not forget about wild grains and seeds. For years, scientists thought agriculture was the beginning of humanity's relationship with grains. Fish and shellfish were also key superfoods, especially for people living near rivers, lakes, or coasts. So what did a real Stone Age meal look like? Eating like a caveman wasn't easy. Food shortages, harsh weather, and rival predators made every meal uncertain. What can we learn from the real caveman diet? First, that variety is king. So the next time you hear about eating like a caveman, remember it wasn't just about meat or going low carb or following a trendy diet. And maybe, just maybe, it's worth trying a real Paleolithic snack. A handful of wild berries, some crunchy nuts, or even a daring taste of honeycomb.